What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Blitz, your home and your crypto repair. I'm your host, Ripple Van Winkle. Hopefully everyone's having a brilliant day. It's Monday, December 30th. That's proper. We are just 2 days far from the new 12 months, days away from the beginning of an explosive 2025. What all of us has been watching for. I cannot wait. I can't wait. I understand 2025 is going to trade such a lot of lives. And we are so close to getting into the most important bull run we've ever witnessed in cryptocurrency. I desire you are prepared. I desire you have been strapped in. I desire you have been taking gain of the dip that we're presently seeing. My stance is still very sturdy. It's nonetheless very bullish. Bitcoin, nevertheless, no longer going to wreck below 90K. All the tetherford that is out there, have no fear. The rip is right here. I were given you covered because during this video, we're going to have a look at Bitcoin. We're going to speak about the everyday time frame and the weekly time frame on Bitcoin and what we're looking at, the following setup, the subsequent pass up in which we are going to move. We're going to dig into the XRP chart due to the fact we are nevertheless retaining sturdy. And then we're going to hear what the huge boys are doing. That's proper. They do not need you to know. Remember that. They do not need you to recognize we cannot say it too loud. They're seeking to flow in stealth. They're looking to be all quiet and hush approximately it. But we recognize what we're doing. We've got a clip you're going to hear from them, word for phrase. Without an addition ado, parents, sit down, lower back, loosen up. Let's bounce into it. Bitcoin, $93,734. It's currently down 1.39% inside the beyond 24 hours. Ethereum coming in at 3,415. It's currently up 0.48%. USDT and USDC each now coming in at 99 cents as XRP, $2.07. That's right, it's showing a few lifestyles on the hourly, but it's down nearly 5% in the beyond 24 hours. Total cryptocurrency market cap continues to creep on down, coming at $3.28 trillion. And in which can we cross from right here, folks? Is there a deeper down that is coming to the markets? I don't suppose so. I do not suppose there's a deeper down. Could there be a bit greater downward movement? There could be, however, not deep. Only to love 90 to 92,000 for Bitcoin before we get the rebound. Now, right here's a piece of writing that changed into placed out. Simply remaining nighttime from the Crypto Minute talking about ought to a deeper drop be in advance. It states that Bitcoin's price did not surpass 95,500 and decline again. Bitcoin is back under 94,500 and it revisited its help sector sitting at 91,200. It states that Bitcoin started out its clean decline from 96.5. The charge is now buying and selling underneath $95, 500 within the 100-hourly easy shifting average. There is a join and bearish fashion line forming with resistance at $94,000 on the hourly chart on the Bitcoin to USD pairing. This pair may want to begin any other increase if it stays above $92,500. So right now, what are you being attentive to on Bitcoin? Very easy, it needs to live above $92,500, which it presently is. If that takes place, we will see it with any luck make a run at 94.2 to 94.5. That is its present day resistance ranges, which opens the path as much as 95,000, which then opens the direction to 98 to 100. A lot of resistance main up to this $100,000 variety on Bitcoin, which we have spoken approximately earlier than. 100,000 is a main psychological barrier, and the establishments and the market makers are due to the fact they may be not ready for it to interrupt out. When we do escape, very simple. Bitcoin's going to run up over 108. It's going to make a brand new all-time excessive. It's possibly going to pass anywhere between that $115,000 to $135,000 quarter just to kick off the birthday party and to get the birthday celebration started. Now allow us concentrate to this. Let me make sure we were given the audio queued up nicely, and we do. This is the huge boys. They're adopting blockchain quietly, but in a massive size. Below the fold of the net carrier engine, this assesses that banks have made with blockchain generation behind the curtain have not begun to be disclosed yet to the overall public. This all performs into what we have been speaking approximately. They aren't prepared as a way to get in. They have not instructed you that the waters are safe. They have not given you the green light to begin to get into crypto. We've heard them talk about, though, you recognize each person should have a positive percentage. We heard from anywhere from 3 to 10% allotted into Bitcoin. After they see Bitcoin, they are speaking approximately the cryptocurrencies marketplace, the virtual asset markets, listen up, in which they have got tokenized a money marketplace fund. And apparently, as it was tokenized in such a clean to apply interface, that unique cash market fund genuinely in the first month doubled their assets because anyone became the use of it as it turned into so easy to use, and there has been an interest in getting more yield at the equal time. JP Morgan working with BlackRock, they've also tokenized a cash marketplace fund. So that is a great instance of like adoption, product market fit, and unfortunately for it goes under the fold in terms of the hunt engine headlines because all of us is so targeted on simply hardcore crypto stuff, whereas the call it large boys are surely adopting the blockchain era underneath the fold and quietly, however, in huge size there you cross. I suggest their playbook, their script. It's out there, they have become in, they are coming, we know how this ends. We recognize in which these markets are going. We understand all of the massive players, the monetary institutions, the cash transmitters, they're all going to be the usage of blockchain generation. And while we stare at the Bitcoin chart, you may see right here, we are currently chilling at assist. We got resistance, which is proper above it, sitting at that $94.0000. When that gets damaged, it will open the floodgates up to 98 to 100,000. That's the important thing hurdle. And then the important thing hurdle sits at 108. Right now, quantity on Bitcoin, quantity across the board is brilliant low. A lot of human beings have become shooken out. They are getting scared. They are freaking out. They do not know what to do. But us long time period holders who've been in crypto for pretty a while, we recognize the system and we apprehend the journey. Dr. Profits placed out his little stunning charts here, speaking about Bitcoin and wherein it'll move. He says at the left, you can see the gold chart at the weekly time frame. Well, at the right side, you could see the Bitcoin chart on the daily. So weekly left, day by day, right. He says, in spite of the massive distinction in time frame, Bitcoin seems to observe the precise identical fractal. What's more interesting is that we will calculate how regularly faster Bitcoin is transferring in comparison to gold at some point in the primary sideways section. Gold left, Bitcoin proper. Bitcoin is about transferring 5.17 instances faster than gold in sideways one before the big breakout on each aspect will occur. Based on the analysis, Bitcoin is advancing at an appreciably faster tempo than gold in its marketplace cycles. The calculated speed ratio suggests that Bitcoin actions 5.17% faster. This can be seen on this chart as nicely. As stated above, the chart for gold is the weekly chart, whilst Bitcoin is the everyday chart. However, if we positioned each chart into perspective, we are able to see one identical fractal. Now, by way of watching both charts, we are expecting what would possibly come next. Based at the evaluation, Bitcoin could only want 28 days to interrupt out from section 2 of its sideways motion, but this has no longer took place simply but. We can simply see that Bitcoin is following gold, giving us treasure perception into wherein things may head next. Currently, we are 39 days into the sideways phase for Bitcoin. However, there are additional and extra critical motives why we have not visible a breakout yet. One of those reasons is the psychological resistance around the $100.0000 location. Exactly what I've been talking about. And it is simply going to take a little bit more time and the breakout will come. He states it's far clear that the next big move after the sideways segment could be very probable a breakout towards the areas of 125 to 135.0000, despite the current tether combat and the consequent panic and worry in our marketplace. I believe that the neighborhood bottom could be very near. It's very crucial charts here. The breakout is coming. We understand it's coming. We are just trying to determine out the precise second when it'll come. We realize what is taking place in Q1. The question is, although while in Q1 is this going to occur? Excuse me, I had to sneeze now. We placed this out bullish on XRP. We are nonetheless robust at the current stage. As you can see the chart, you could see 207 become a bit of a resistance line. We have flipped again over and we try to show 207 into guide $1.96. We've spoken approximately that concentrate on a lot of $1.96 need to sell.